This video is to help you understand your panel layout and your dig sheets that are delivered to you electronically for your signature. I'm going to quickly go through and explain to you what you're looking at when you receive those. We're going to dive into the first sheet, and when you look at this first sheet, it's an overview of your panel layout. So what you have is different panels that are noted all the way around this pool, and they're denoted with different sizes. So for example, you have a 4-foot panel. You have an 8-foot that says Dash Aqua Genie. That's your skimmer panel. You have another 8-foot and so on. Now those panels correlate to a legend on the right-hand side. So for example, on that first 4-foot panel, if I come over here and look at this legend, it says description, panel 4-foot long, 700 series. If I go on to the right, it says I need to have a quantity of 2. If I look at this panel layout, I know that I have 2 4-foot panels. It's really that easy to understand your panel layout, and it also shows you where your step is located. The next page is going to be very important for laying out your pool. Now flipping over to page 2, this is the finished dimensions of your pool. Your custom liner is made to fit these dimensions, so it's important you understand what this means and how to read this. If you look on the left-hand side, you've got some notes. Definitely want to dive into those, but one to point out is it says excavate 2 inches deeper in each instance. What they're telling you is, for example, this is a 4-foot coved flat bottom. That's the finished dimension of the pool. You need to go 2 inches deeper. So that would be a 4'2" excavation, because we're going to come back with 2 inches of our pool base material. We'll show you how that's done, but it's important you understand that. Next, if you look at your panel shelf, and that's the shelf around that hole that you've opened up, and that's where the panel's set. It says it's 3'4" or 40 inches. You also come down 42 inches. So we're going to add 2 inches to that. So if that's a 40-inch dimension, we're going to go down 42, because we know that pool-based material goes 2 inches across that entire floor and 2 inches up on the wall. So don't forget that. If you have questions about excavation when you're starting your project, make sure to pause, give us a call. We definitely want to help you understand this. Have your order number on hand, and we'll be able to reference your dig sheets as well and walk you through that. Now, looking at the overall dimensions of the pool, I always like to recommend to customers to check this before you approve your dig sheets. So this is a 36-foot long pool. John has looked at this, he does approve. His pool is at 18 by 36, and quickly we can look and see that the width is 18 foot and it's 36 foot long, and we do know that it has the correct tanning ledge and step in there. And remember, when we lay out this pool, you also have to take into account an over dig area. So just because your pool is, for example, 18 feet wide, you're going to mark out an 18-foot opening, but you're also going to go 3 feet out from that. That's what we call your over dig area. So for the width of the pool, when we lay out this box, we're going to actually have a 24-foot wide area, and we're going to have a 42-foot long area. Inside of that box that we've laid out that's now 24 by 42, you're going to have another box that's 18 by 36. We'll show you how that looks in a few minutes, but it's important that you understand you do have an overdig area that's 3 feet entirely around the perimeter of that 18 by 36 pool. Now our next sheet is a 3D view of the pool, and in John's case, this isn't so important. He doesn't have a diving pool, but I've brought an example of a diving pool with me to show you what that looks like. If you had a diving pool, this sheet is to prove that it is coded to meet ANSI regulations. So there are guidelines that govern how the bottom hopper of a diving pool is excavated. You'll use your dig sheets to do that, but you do need to save this sheet to show that it has been coded correctly. Additionally, make sure you hang on to all your dig sheets. We keep record as well, but if you ever wanted to buy another liner 20 years down the road, you would never need to measure anything. If you have that dig sheet on hand, that will show the dimensions of your pool, and it's really just that easy as submitting that dig sheet to us, and we can get that new liner coming right back out to you. Now we'll go ahead and flip over to the last page. And on the last page, we have a somewhat exploded view of John's step. If you remember, he had corner steps on each side. He's got a huge tanning ledge all the way across, and then he has 2 full-length steps that come after that and take him into that flat bottom area. Now this view shows that the step is made up of Looks like 4 or 5 different modules. What I love is that there is an exploded view of each module that comes with your step. It's taped to the step when it arrives, and that exploded view shows you how every module is put together. Hydra really has thought of everything when it comes to easy assembly. Make sure you hang on to those sheets. You will need them. If you have questions about understanding your dig sheets or your panel layouts, make sure to pause and give us a call.